So today's lecture will be focused on extension to the IFRS 1 because I have sent you a video and you are all preparing your assignment on that. So I extend one day another. So you can submit it by tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. So at 3 p.m. I will open the Google group. So tomorrow, so from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. you can submit your assignments on the Google group. But after that, it will not be accepted. So all of you should not send to me your assignments personally. You should send these assignments on the group alone so that all others can be benefited out of it. So this is a sharing of the knowledge which you have gathered. And number one. Second thing is you should not try to copy the assignment from Google only or from somewhere because we have this plagiarism check software. I'll be putting all your assignments in the plagiarism check and I'll let you know that how much percentage of plagiarism you have done. So if it is more than 20%, your assignment will be rejected. So this is your first experience. That's why I will not do it for the first assignment, but in future assignments, you must be careful about it. So you should not have copied that assignment from one or another source, but you should prepare this assignment in your, if you have used the content, then you must quote that this is the source or reference from where I have used this material so that that is not covered under the plagiarism. So this is one thing I would like to explain to you because this is a mutual sharing of the knowledge. Here, the basic purpose, I have no purpose key so that I can collect the material from you. Whatever assignment I have to got from you, that is to be just to give you a chance to study the subject in detail. So that is also called hybrid system of teaching. So it is advisable to do, don't do this kind of practice in future. So I will be just talking today is an extension of IFRS 1, certain things which I use there and accordingly I let you know that these are the things which must be taken care of in the manual of preparing the company for using IFRS for the first time. So today I will be just discussing with you the presentation of the topic of presentation of financial statements as per the international financial reporting standards. And for that purpose we have one specific standard which deals with all this, that is IAS 1, that is International Accounting Standard 1, which is named as presentation of financial statement. So yesterday I talked with you that what are the things which are, there is a change as per the previous gap, that is generally accepted accounting principles and the statements which are prepared under the IFRS. Earlier you was preparing before the implementation of the IFRS or before the implementation of the IAS 1, we were preparing balance sheet, we were naming the statement which tells you the financial health of the company, that is assets and liability, that was named as balance sheet. But now under the new regime IAS 1, the new name will be statement of financial position. So now there will be no term balance sheet, but it will be the term which is used is statement of financial position. Second, earlier we were not having any statement which is prepared in the form of fund flow statement or cash flow statement as a part of the financial statement, because only three things were there in this financial statement. One was uh, trading profit and loss account, second was one was trading account, second was profit and loss account, third was balance sheet. But now all these three things has been removed, and for assessing the financial health of the company will be having the statement of financial position. Or secondly, the cash flow fund flow was not a part of it, but now the statement of cash flow will be a part of the statement of this financial statement. So this will be prepared under one standard which has been prescribed for that. Similarly, other earlier we were having income statement, that is trading profit loss account, but now we have statement of comprehensive income, that is income is basically that will be explaining to you how the income and revenue has been generated out of it. Similarly, earlier we were having not having any statement of changes in the equity, but now we'll be having a statement of changes in equity. Otherwise, it was earlier known from the various accounts that how this equity has been affected. So we prepare account of retained earning, etc. But now we'll be having a separate statement of changes in equity, which will be tell. So similarly, we'll be having notes to the account that will be also part of the financial statement. And for that purpose, also various standards reveal so many things that these are the minimum things which needs to be explained. So similarly, we will be having certain disclosure requirements as per the different standards that will also be a part of the our financial statement. So this is one thing which is a major change from the earlier system of accounting and the present system of accounting, which we are going to have in the form of the international financial reporting standards. So as far as the financial statements are concerned, IAS 1 has given certain purposes of the financial statements. So what is this is for the first time that it is clearly defined that if we prepare the financial statement, for what purpose we are preparing this financial statements. So basically, as per the IAS 1, the financial statement is present to know the financial performance, financial position of the company, cash flows of an entity for a particular period. So three objectives are served by preparing the financial statement. Number one, it reveals you the financial performance of the company. Secondly, it reveals you the financial position of the company. And third, it reveals how the cash flows of this particular company has been affected and how the finally the equity of the company has been changed over a period of time and what are the reasons for that. So this is the basic purpose. So secondly, if financial statements depict about the financial positions, entities, performance and cash flows. And thirdly, financial statements show the efficiency of the management in utilizing resources and consistency in the performance in the form of assets, in the form of liabilities, in the form of equity, in the form of income and expenses, and including gains and losses, and in the form of contributions by distribution to the owners in their capacity, and as well as how the cash flow has been affected. This is all these things which are affected in this. So these five basically when we start preparing the financial statement initial, when you adopt the IFRS for the first time, you will be preparing the sixth statement. But in generally, when you started preparing these financial statements, then you will be preparing these financial statements in the form of five formats. Number one, a financial statement, a statement of financial position, statement of comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flows, and lastly notes to the account. So these are the five statements which are prepared as per the requirements of the IAS 1. I'm just supplementing this the previous lecture of IFRS 1 so that you can have a glimpse that what kind of changes has been made in the structure of the financial statements as per the requirements of the concern. So similarly, when you prepare the financial statements, there are certain general features which has been prescribed under the IAS 1 that these financial statements should reflect these things. Number one, it should present a true and fair view. It has been expected that when you prepare the financial statements as per the requirements of the IAS 1, it must present a true and fair view. So how this truthness and fairness will be determined? So a fair presentation will require three things. Number one, to select and apply accounting policies in accordance with the IAS 8. There is one IAS 8 which we will be studying later on, which prescribed for accounting policies and changes in the accounting estimates and errors. So whenever you have to change your policy, you have to give full disclosure as per as the accounting standard 8 is concerned. So similarly, it must present information in the manner that provides number one, reliability, number two, relevance, number three, comparability, and number four, understandable information. So as I have already said to you that accounting is a language of the business. So if it is not understandable, it is not relevant, if it is not comparable, then it is not understandable to anybody. So therefore, when I say the true and fair view of these must be presented, so it means comparability, relevance, comparable, and understandability should be there. Similarly, it should add disclosures with specific requirements in the IFRS. So if you are following three things, number one, you are adopting accounting policies as per the requirements of the IAS 8. And secondly, you have the comparability, relevance, and reliability and understanding in the financial statements. And if a specific disclosure as per the requirements of the IAS and IFRS has been made, so it will be treated as that you have presented a true and fair view of your financial statement of financial state of affairs in your statements. So secondly, the concept which is emphasized in the IAS 1 is the going concern concept. And all of you know that in while preparing the financial statement, we will follow the concept of going concern. That means it will be presumed that the concern will run for forever. So that's why assets will be treated as assets. Otherwise, if concern is going to be wind up in the next year, all assets will be expenditure. So therefore, the concept of going concern will be followed while preparing the accounting statements, and we'll be following the accrual basis of the accounting. Accrual mean that we will not be following the cash basis of accounting, but we will be following the accrual basis of accounting, and accordingly incomes and expenditures will be recognized in the financial statement. So there is a concept of materiality and aggregation. That means any item which has a material impact on the financial state of health of the company or financial income and expenditure of the company, that must be disclosed. Similarly, frequency of reporting has been emphasized, that every year you must present this information, and there must be a comparative information which must be available, and that comparability must have a consistency over the years. It is not there in one year you have given this and in another year you have not given this. So there must be a consistency, and you must follow the additional disclosures that is required under the various IFRS 1. So these are the things which supplement the previous lectures, which I would like to say. So as I have already said to you that uh, under the IFRS 1, we have studied that only those assets and liabilities must be recognized in the financial statement which are as per the requirements of the IFRS 1. Earlier, when we were preparing the balance sheet or we were preparing the profit and loss account, we were taking so many things into account which are now presently has been restructured either has been removed. So accordingly, we will make adjustments into that. So let you know now the various things which has been restructured in the statement of financial position, which was earlier known as balance sheets. Oh, earlier we write it fixed assets, current assets, and in fixed assets we have building, we have machinery, we have plant, we have furniture. But now that has been restructured. So the in the assets category, the first assets will be property, plant, and equipment. Property, plant, and equipment. So all the things which relates to plant, which relates to machinery, which relates to furniture, which relates to building will be clubbed together. Now it will be named as property, plant, and equipment. So all fixed assets relating to plant, relating to machinery, relating to furniture, relating to equipments, or relating to any other thing which has a fixed asset and used in the factory will be treated as property, plant, and equipment. This is one thing. Secondly, second asset will be having investment property. Investment property means that you have invested somewhere else outside your organization in any form. So that will be treated as there. Similarly, then third category of assets will be having intangible assets. Intangible assets mean those assets which cannot be touched but they have a value. For example, it may have goodwill, all these things. Similarly, fourth kind of assets will be having financial assets. Financial assets mean all these assets. For example, you have purchased certain bonds of other companies, certain debentures of the other companies, which are financial in nature. All these will be reflected here. Then fifth kind of assets which will be shown is investment accounted for using equity method. All those investment which are made by you in other companies in the form of equity here will be discussed, will be disclosed. Then Next category of assets will be biological assets. For example, some crops are there, some livestocks are there, which if you have such kind of things will be disclosed separately. Then there will be current assets, which will be known as inventories, as we earlier also write, trade and other receivable like debtors, bill receivable, etc. And then next kind of assets is cash and cash equivalents. Only cash will not be there. All those items which are in the form of cash equivalents will also be there. So here then we'll be presenting the total of the current assets and the total of the fixed assets. Then in the equities also, there are certain changes regarding this. That is issued capital and reserves attributable to the owners of the parent, then non-controlling interest, then financial liabilities, then we have provisions, then liabilities included in the disposal of group assets, non-controlling interest, trade and other payables, issued capital and reserves attributable to the owners of the parent. So total liabilities. In this way, the structure of total structure of statement of financial position is changed. So here I would like to sum up that these are the various things which has been changed in the structure of the financial statement. So I will advise you to read the chapter 5 of your book, that is related with the presentation of the financial statements. It gives you the glimpse of all the things which we have just now discussed, and you will be having not difficulty in reading it, because it gives you the list of the items which are placed in the statement of financial position. It will give you the list of the items which are included in the statement of the comprehensive income, because the total structure of preparing the income statement has been changed as per the IFRS requirements. So in if we look at the income statement also, so earlier we were preparing the income statement in the form that, first of all we have the revenues, then other incomes, after that we deduct the expenditure and we arrive at the net profit. But now here the total structure is changed, where we'll be having the other comprehensive income, exchange differences. There are so many things which we'll be studying later on when we'll be coming to this part of discussion, so that we have to practically also prepare certain things. Similarly, there is one new statement which is prepared, statement of changes in equity, that is to be included in that, and statement of changes in equity during a period of comprehensive income and its effect of various transactions. So this statement will be telling you what kind of changes is there in the equity because of the various reasons. For example, because of the change in revenue, because of the change in expenditure, because of the change in the market forces, or because of the change in the other changes which has been made in the concept of the company, and all these. Similarly, we'll be now preparing the statement of the cash flows, which will be part of, so cash flow inflows and outflow. It will tell you what is the cash from operations, what is the cash from other sources of the organization. So this statement is going to be part of the financial statement. Similarly, notes to the accounts, it will be in the form of different statement. For example, it will tell you the notes you have to prepare, because I have already said to you that unreserved and explicit statement of compliance is required if you have to follow the IFRS. So in the notes to the accounts, you will present the following things. Number one, you will be presenting statement of compliance with the IFRS, that it is unreserved and explicit. Secondly, you will give a summary of the significant accounting policies which has been applied for calculating the various terms which are used in the statement of comprehensive income or in the statement of financial position. Similarly, you will be giving some supporting information which is required. And lastly, you will be giving the information regarding the other disclosure regarding contingent liabilities, unrecognized construction consignments, non-financial disclosure, and the financial risk management objectives and policies. Earlier, we were not having any kind of non-financial nature of transaction in the part of the financial statement. But if something has happened which is non-financial and which is very crucial to be disclosed, then you can disclose in the notes to the account. So this is the structure which we will be discussing later on of the IAS 1, and we will be preparing all these 5 financial statements regularly if we have started preparing the financial statements. Now I will be coming to you, all of you on your videos, so that you can have certain queries regarding the lecture which I have posted on the YouTube, and you have all listened it. I have seen many people has listened it, and you have tried to prepare your financial statements also, or your assignments also. So accordingly, if you have any queries, you can tell, and even if you want to add something, you are most welcome. So on your videos, all of you now, I'm going to have a gallery view of all of you. So now you can raise your queries. So Aishwarya want to say something. 5822.
No, sir. I have prepared a half of the assignment from the lecture
Okay.
you have. So in that, I don't have any problem. It was understandable.
ਇੱਕ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਲਗਾਉਣੀ ਹੈ, because we have to work hard, all of us together. Aishwarya, I am putting you on duty today. You can do it in
Yes.
3-4 days. वो ड्यूटी
Okay,
की
sir.
है? You prepare your assignment which you have IFRS 1.
Yes.
ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਦੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਪੀਪੀਟੀ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਪਾਈ ਹੈ,
Yes, sir.
ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹ 30 ਮਿੰਟਸ ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਤੂੰ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, and I assure you I will put it on
Okay,
my
sir.
YouTube channel, which is seen by around more than 1200 people.
Okay.
So it will give you exposure.
Okay, sir.
So what I want,
Yes.
एक rote learning system ਨਾ ਬਣ ਜਾਏ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ just ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਿਆ, ਕਿਤਾਬਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ, ਔਰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੋਮਿਟ ਕਰਤਾ, ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਗਏ ਆਫਟਰ ਡੂਇੰਗ ਦਿਸ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਾਈਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਆਈ ਡੋਂਟ ਵਾਂਟ ਦੈਟ. So when you will be preparing yourself, एक बड़ी blessing in disguise है कि ਅਸੀਂ online teaching ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਏ, which was the need of the hour, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ 10 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀ. ਸੋ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਉਣੀਆਂ ਸੀ, ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ they have said ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਸ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ, ਸੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ blessing in disguise ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ opportunity ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੈਣਾ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? So I hope ki Aishwarya will be doing it, and we
Yes.
will all listen to it, and it will be very
Yes,
happy
sir.
moment for all of us to listen to you. So okay, Kashika Bhatia, I'm saying this 5819. Yes, Kashika, unmute yourself. Okay, what do you want to say? If you have any query,
Yes, sir.
हाँ
So
बोलो.
I'm not finding any research article on IFRS on the Google.
You are not
So
finding any research article?
sir, yes, I have searched a lot, but I'm not
ਉਹਦਾ
finding a
ਤਰੀਕਾ ਮੈਂ
proper.
ਦੱਸਦਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ, ਉਹਦਾ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ? We are going to discuss on IFRS 1. Okay, ਤੁਸੀਂ just Google ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਟਰਮ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਆਊਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਰਿਪੋਰਟਿੰਗ ਸਟੈਂਡਰਡ, ਅੱਗੇ 1 ਪਾ ਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਟਰਮ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰੋ, PDF, print document file, which will eliminate all unnecessary information and give you the articles.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है? ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ you have to be trained yourself. ਗੂਗਲ ਤੋਂ ਸਰਚ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਔਖਾ ਨਹੀਂ. ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਐਮਫਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ, ਇੰਸਟੀਚਿਊਟ ਆਫ ਚਾਰਟਰਡ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੈਂਟਸ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਜਾਓ, ਉੱਥੇ ਚਾਰਟਰਡ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੈਂਟ ਐਕਸੈਪਟ ਕਰੰਟ ਮੰਥ ਦਾ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਪਏ ਹੋਏ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰੋ, ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਚਾਰਟਰਡ ਅਕਾਊਂਟੈਂਟਸ ਜਰਨਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਆਰਟੀਕਲਸ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਗੇ. ਔਰ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ IFRS 1 ਜਸਟ ਲਿਖ ਕੇ ਤੇ PDF ਨਾਲ ਲਿਖ ਦਿਓ, there will be so many documents.
Okay, sir.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ, nothing is impossible, everything is possible. So any other body, any other person, if you want to say, अपनी आवाज अपने आप अनम्यूट कर लो ते you can say anything. Yes, Riya 5809, रिया ने फटाफट अपनी वीडियो बंद कर ली, नहीं आ गई वापस.
सर मैंने ये पूछना था कि जैसे आपने बताया कि फिक्स्ड एसेट की जगह प्रॉपर्टी फॉर प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट यूज हो रहा है, वैसे इक्विटी की जगह हम क्या यूज करेंगे? नहीं,
इक्विटी नहीं, प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट्स. इक्विटी दी वर्ड दे इक्विटी यूज होना.
ओके.
हाँ, प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट्स. सो इक्विपमेंट ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਲੱਕੜੀ ਦਾ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਹੈ, ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ, ਲੋਹੇ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਇਕਵਿਪਮੈਂਟਸ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਇੱਕ ਇਲੈਬੋਰੇਟਿਵ ਟਰਮ ਦੇ ਹੈਵ ਕੋਇਨਡ which is property, plant and equipment. So buildings ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਸਟਰਕਚਰਡ ਨੇ, ਅਨਸਟਰਕਚਰਡ ਨੇ, ਜਾਂ 4 walls ਜਾਂ ਕੱਲੀਆਂ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਉਸ ਕੈਟਾਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ। ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਬਣਾਤਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਖਣਾ, ਸਿਰਫ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ, ਪਲਾਂਟ ਐਂਡ ਇਕਵਿਪਮੈਂਟ ਕੈਟਾਗਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਖੋਗੇ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸਰ।
ਕਿਉਂ? ਉਹਦਾ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਅਕਾਊਂਟਿੰਗ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਡਾਪਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹ 3 ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਐਸੈਟਸ ਲਈ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਡੈਪਰੀਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਐਸ ਪਰ ਸਟੈਂਡਰਡਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਮ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਦੈਟਸ ਵਾਈ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨੀਡਡ। ਯੈਸ, ਐਨੀ ਅਦਰ ਪਰਸਨ? ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਨਹੀਂ ਔਨ ਕਰਦੇ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਲੁਕੋ ਕੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ। ਵੀ ਆਰ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਕਲਾਸ, ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਕਲਾਸ। ਚਲੋ ਪਾਰੁਲ, ਪਾਰੁਲ would you like to say something? Parul Chugh, unmute करो। yes,
नो सर, सर एक्चुअली बस एक डाउट था, जो इक्विटीज में आपने नॉन कंट्रोलिंग
हाँ हाँ,
इंटरेस्ट
देखो there are two
कुछ ऐसा
kinds of
पॉइंट
shares
बोला
ना,
था, वो क्लियर नहीं
देखो,
हुआ।
let me clarify controlling and non controlling interest। कई बार shares when you issue with some voting rights or some non voting rights, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਆਪਾਂ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨਾ, ਫॉर ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਡਿਬੈਂਚਰਸ ਹੈ, ਡਿਬੈਂਚਰਸ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਟਰੋਲਿੰਗ ਰਾਈਟ, ਡਿਬੈਂਚਰ ਹੋਲਡਰਸ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਟਰੋਲਿੰਗ ਰਾਈਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਕੁਝ ਡਿਬੈਂਚਰਸ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਵਿਚ ਆਰ ਕਨਵਰਟੇਬਲ ਇਨਟੂ ਇਕੁਇਟੀ ਆਫਟਰ ਸਮ ਟਾਈਮ, ਉਹ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਟਰੋਲਿੰਗ ਰਾਈਟ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਸੋ ਵੈਨ ਯੂ ਡਿਸਕਲੋਜ਼ ਆਈਟਮਸ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟਮੈਂਟ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਲਾਇਬਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਹੈ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਇਕੁਇਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਕੰਟਰੋਲਿੰਗ ਤੇ ਨਾਨ ਕੰਟਰੋਲਿੰਗ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ, ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਇਨ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਸਕੇ ਕਿ ਆ ਵੀ ਪਰਸਨ ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੰਟਰੋਲਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਦੇ ਲਈ। You follow it or not?
Yes sir.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, Prableen?
No sir, I don't have doubt.
हाँ, देखो डाउट पता कदों क्रिएट होणगे? डाउट उदों क्रिएट होणगे जदों आपां थोड़ा जिहा पढ़ना शुरू कर दांगे। ठीक है, मैं ये देखना चाहता कि 5801 तो लैके 5840-45 तक ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਐਡਮਿਟ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ, ਔਰ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਣੋਗੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੋਲੋਗੇ, when you will speak, when you will read। ਸੋ ਇੱਕ 2 ਸਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ, ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਬਣਾ ਲਓ ਆਪਣਾ। I want ਕਿ all of you must clear the UGC test। ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ I am just going to tell you ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਹੀ ਪੋਸਟਾਂ ਖਾਲੀ ਪਈਆਂ, ਔਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪੂਰੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਰਦੇ 2-2.5 ਸਾਲ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣੇ ਆ। ਤੁਸੀਂ you will be having a chance। I would like to see all of you professors in colleges and universities। So this is our objective, to prepare yourself। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹੂੰਗਾ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ, ਹਾਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਸਿਰਫ ਐਸ਼ਵਰਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੈਨ ਉਹਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਿੰਕ ਭੇਜਣਾ, ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਡਾਊਨਲੋਡ ਕਰ ਲਵਾਂਗਾ, ਫਿਰ ਆਫਟਰ ਦੈਟ ਇਟ ਵਿਲ ਪੁੱਟ ਔਨ ਦੀ YouTube ਚੈਨਲ। ਸੋ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਵਨ ਥਿੰਗ ਵਿਚ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਡੂ, ਐਵਰੀਬਡੀ have to do it। ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰਭਜੀਤ ਬੈਠੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਪਾਰੁਲ ਹੈ, ਪ੍ਰਭਲੀਨ ਹੈ, ਰੰਜਨਾ ਹੈ, ਸ਼੍ਰੇਆ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈ ਸਕਦਾ 46 ਦੇ। ਸੋ all of you have to do something। so I hope in future there will be, when ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੇਸ ਟੂ ਫੇਸ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਟਰਾਂਸਫਾਰਮਡ personalities ਬਣ ਕੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਓਗੇ। ਸੋ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ one blessing in disguise I would like to say। ਹਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ blessing in disguise ਹੀ ਸਮਝਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਮਾੜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ। ਸੋ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ। ਸੋ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਟੂ ਆਲ ਆਫ ਯੂ ਅਗੇਨ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪਾ ਦਊਂਗਾ। ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਓ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ। ਜਦੋਂ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰ ਲਓਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ that this video has been put up। ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰਿਪੇਅਰ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਉਸ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੋਸਟ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, so that life long, whenever after 10 year or 15 year you can see your face on that। Thank you very much। So thank you, we'll meet again day after tomorrow। okay, at the same time and on the same link. Thank you so much. पर एक चीज मैसेज लास्ट से जाते जाते मैं जरूर देना, which government has also instructed us कि एक तो अपने आप ਨੂੰ safe ਰੱਖੋ. Don't go in any kind of gathering where 3 or 4 people are sitting outside. So जब तक दवाई नहीं, that is till vaccine is there, ਕੋਈ ਢਿਲਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਕਿਤੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਾ ਨਿਕਲੋ. ਇਸੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਕਲਾਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਲਗਾਈ ਗਈ ਹੈ. whenever you go out, only necessary things ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਾਓ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ. otherwise if there is no need, ਘਰ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਰਹੋ, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਪੇਅਰ ਕਰੋ. ਹੋਰ ਕਾਈਂਡ ਆਫ ਐਕਸਰਸਾਈਜ਼ਸ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ. ਆਪਣੇ ਮਾਈਂਡ ਨੂੰ ਆਕੂਪਾਈਡ ਰੱਖੋ, ਪਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ COVID-19 ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ. ਸੋ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਸੈਂਚੁਰੀ ਉਸੇ ਦੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਬਚਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਅਗਲੀ ਸੈਂਚੁਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਵਾਂਗੇ. ਸੋ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਟੂ ਆਲ ਆਫ ਯੂ. ਸਟੇ ਹੋਮ, ਸਟੇ ਸੇਫ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ. Now you can exit. Another class will be joining. All the MCOM students may exit now.